You don't know Johnny Blake, but you've seen plenty of kids like him. Almost every night you'll find them on street corners, in milk bars, coffee shops. Before you get to know them, they all seem pretty much the same. Adult, impulsive, and brash. Perhaps for some of us, a little too adult, a little too impulsive, a little too brash. I know them perhaps better than most because we have something in common. Motorbikes. There's one difference. With me, it's my living.
Hey kids, here's Conway.
I first met Johnny Blake and his pals one afternoon as I drove to the track for a practice run. At first, they seemed like dozens of other motorbike crazy kids who watched the professional riders from time to time, and I took little notice of them. There were other more important things. For instance, I had to be certain how my bike would behave after the retune job I'd just given it. There was still a lot of work to be done on the bike before I'd be ready to race. The boy could ride all right, but he didn't know the track, and he didn't know the chances he took every time he made a turn. I told him he was a good rider and there might be a future for him, if he lived long enough. Then I showed him why he mightn't. The bike was in no condition for exacting competition riding. The list of things wrong was quite impressive. There was glass, for instance, badly adjusted brakes, frayed cables, slack chain. I don't think Johnny liked it when I pointed these things out to him. But he took notice all the same, and so did the others. I explained that all sports took knowledge and a lot of practice, and motorbike riding is no exception. It's a good sport, an exciting sport, if you know what you're doing. But it's a killer if you don't. Well, I told them that if they really wanted to learn, I could help, and surprisingly enough, they agreed. Safety is the first rule in any sport. There were no jukeboxes the following weekend. It was spent learning just this. Well, it seems they had a lot to learn. Of all the bikes, only 2 were passed as being really safe. And Johnny was at it again. There was nothing anybody could do. Nothing except watch and hope. There was no doubt about it. For all his brashness, he could ride. But he had a lot to learn. Some people just have to learn everything the hard way. But in heavy traffic, you don't get a second chance. After that, he was prepared to listen. Apart from a shaking up, he was unhurt. And he was slowly learning not to take chances. With the drama out of the way, the Safety Bureau officers began giving the youngsters some real instruction in safety.
Despite efforts by road safety authorities, the accident rate on Australian highways is increasing. 3 out of every 4 injuries sustained by motorcyclists are head injuries. By wearing a helmet, the risk of serious head injuries is considerably lessened. Many accidents need never happen, and a great number of fatalities would be prevented if safety precautions were taken. Safe riding is good riding, and there is no place on the highways for the risk taker and the careless rider. The basis of road safety is courtesy. In motorcycle clubs, there can be thrills in plenty for the motorcyclist seeking just that. Competitions are conducted under the most rigid safety conditions, and although the riding is fast and hard, every precaution is taken to protect the competitors against injury. Organized motorbike riding is safe motorbike riding. Why not join a club?
The question I asked myself was, just how much notice would they take of all this? I found out later. When he's not riding in trials and races, Johnny is a scrutineer. And he's not only the most enthusiastic, but he's one of the most thorough. I don't think there's a thing you can tell Johnny these days about motorbikes and safety.